Time is 6:31. We will call this meeting to order. Today is Monday, March 23rd, 2026. We are at the Holden Elementary School for the RSU 63 Board of Directors meeting. At this time, I would ask everyone to please rise and salute our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And to steal the line of our Holden Select Board Chair, if we could take a moment to remember someone or something that is important to you. Thank you. Before I move forward, is there any amendments to the agenda? Rachel.
Scott, I would like to make a motion that we move the executive session that is at the end of the meeting to just before the next dates of meetings, so it's right after the questions and comments for the public.
Please clarify the motion to amend the agenda.
I make a motion that we move the executive session.
To amend the agenda. We have to amend the agenda first.
I make a motion that we amend the agenda to move the executive session to just after questions and comments from the public.
You've heard a motion from Rachel. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'm going to call Juliana on that second. I think my hearing's better on my right side. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please raise your hand. That is unanimous. We do have one absent who is on her way. Next on the agenda, the approval of the minutes for the board meeting of February 2nd, 2026. I would entertain a motion to approve them.
So moved.
Motion from Juliana. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Rachel. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please raise your hand. 7 unanimous. 1 absent. Recognition and awards of students, staff, or others. Does anyone have anything to contribute this month?
I just wanted to thank the PTG.
Please turn the mic on.
I just wanted to thank the PTG that they provided lovely snacks for the staff during our professional development days last week, and that was very thoughtful.
Wonderful, thank you. I'd also like to send out a sincere thank you to all of the teachers that came and met with us for the Teachers Town Hall last Thursday. I think we had a good, productive dialogue and worked through quite a few different topics. And I hope it's something that we can do again in the future, as we had discussed doing. So thank you to all that participated. And there should be a survey forthcoming in the near future. Acceptance of gifts and donations. I don't have anything listed. Nothing. Okay, so I have nothing there. And next we will turn the floor over to our kindergarten teachers, Brenda DeRoche and Julia Alley. If you'd please come up, and we look forward to your presentation. Looks like the microphone is on, so if the green light's on, it should be working. And we'd appreciate if you'd use it so all of the people can hear you in the front and the back. Thank you.
Angle it down because I'm a little bit shorter than that. There we go. Hi. Hi, I'm Julia Alley. I do not talk in front of adults very often, so I'm really good with little kids, but adults make me a little nervous. So I'm just going to read from my paper. Brenda and I attended a Manly Play Lab earlier in October of this year. And so Sheila wanted us to present what we had worked really hard to get this year and share that with you guys. So we've been trying really hard in kindergarten, even before COVID, to implement a play-based component in our classrooms. So it wasn't until I was talking to a group of educators that were part of a project that I was currently working on.
Julie, I'm sorry to interrupt you. A little bit closer to the mic. I'm seeing some people on the back that are streaming. Thank you.
That we learned about the Manly Play Lab, which was a program through the DOE. We immediately asked if we could go and got the green light. This was huge since it also came with a $5,000 grant, and then we worked closely with the central office to obtain the materials. At the conference, we learned about all the components for the K4Me program, which is a free program through the state. And we chose to focus on centers in our classroom. With the grant money, we were able to buy items for our classroom, including storage, furniture, and supplies such as paints and costumes. We began to implement centers immediately after the training, but we really got into the meat of the K4Me centers and what they should look like and how they should run when our items were delivered at Christmas. We literally came in over our Christmas break and put everything together and started thinking about what that would look like. Ms. Caldwell showed an interest in what we learned and asked to meet with us. We shared what we had learned and what we wished to look into possibly using the K4Me program in the future. She asked us to create a 3-year plan as to how we saw the implementation not only in K, but possibly into 1st and 2nd grade as well. We decided we were too far into this year to make this current school year a pilot year, so we're actually going to do next year as our pilot year. We decided that centers would be the only component that we would try out this year.
We have an opportunity this summer. We'll be going to 3 workshops that are free and provided by the state that is going to give us all the training we need for all the components of the K4Me program. Again, as Julia said, it's free. The only part that the district has to come up with is the mentor texts that go along with it. There's 3 different units throughout the year that align with it, those texts. So those are the parts that we really need from the district. Everything else is free. Why did we choose play-based learning? See, I'd rather talk than not reading it. She likes to read, I'd rather not. So it is an
Interdisciplinary.
See, we make one really great teacher. The focus is on the whole child. It's a program that supports their learning and development in literacy and language, science, engineering, social studies, the arts, social emotional learning. The program integrates research-based instructional practices, and aligns with the main state learning results. While it builds on the child's agencies of learning as a citizen. Through intentional and connected design, K4Me engages students in thinking and doing, watching them actually thinking, how do I do this? How am I going to solve this problem? And then they do it. It's not just here, do what I say, but you give them that opportunity to really engage in it. I have to find where I went off topic here. And it's done at developmentally appropriate practices. To fully implement the K4Me, schools must incorporate systematic and explicit phonics programs. So we'll continue to use the phonics program that we have, and that also goes into 1st grade, 2nd grade, and so on, and a math program. So we'll be continuing to use our math program to supplement that. We'll use a structured literacy portion of HMH curriculum and the iReady math. And we thank you, Mrs. Caldwell, for showing the support and the encouragement for us to continue.
I'm so excited. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Can you talk a little bit about when you had the PD day and you had the kindergarten, the pre-K teachers and the 1st grade teachers and the woman coming to see you, just to sort of show where we're going?
Sure. We, during our workshop days, a couple Fridays ago, we did have a lady from the state who was working on implementing the InforMe program, and she talked to the pre-K teachers, to kindergarten and first grade, and first grade is totally thrilled about jumping on board as well. Pre-K is already using portions of it, and they're interested in learning more and getting that, and we have connections now for those trainings that they can also go to this summer. There's one in June and then 2 in July, at the end of July. So it's something that everybody that we're talking with, it finds it to be amazing. And I can't wait to actually see what children will look like when they've done it maybe 3 years in a row or 4 years in a row, and their ability to solve problems and use manipulatives and create their own learning.
Great, thank you. Do we have any other questions for our kindergarten teachers regarding this program? Well, I want to thank you both for jumping right in with this program, and it sounds like it's been a great hit, great success. So thank you so much for your time and your efforts on it.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to the next item on the agenda, questions and comments from the public. I do have one person signed up. Thank you for your interest in speaking to the RSU 63 School Board during public comment. Any individual is welcome to discuss their views on any educational item on or off the agenda. All wishing to speak during questions and comments from the public will be asked to sign up on the form by the door, which is where we always put it, and seek recognition from the chair when it's time for public questions and or comment. Speakers must state their name and address. Please limit yourself to 3 minutes, as others may want to have a turn, and we do have other things on the agenda to get to. The board will hear but not discuss or act on matters not already on the agenda. However, we will receive comments for consideration. No complaints or allegations will be allowed at board meetings concerning any person employed by the school system or against particular students. Personnel matters or complaints concerning student or staff issues will not be considered in a public meeting, but will be referred as established through appropriate policies and procedures. Thank you. And so we do have Jack Turcott from Clark Hill Road in Holden. Jack, if you'd like to come up, please use the microphone.
I can be brief. My question was answered between the meetings, so I'm all set. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. And I think everybody heard him. I like it. Efficiency. All right, next on the amended agenda, we have an executive session, MSRA 4056A. Do I have a motion to enter into said executive session?
So moved.
I have a motion from Rachel. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Amy. Is there discussion? Hearing none, I would ask the superintendent for a roll call vote.
Brittany?
Yes.
Juliana?
Yes.
Chip is not here. Whitney?
Yes.
Jamie?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Rachel?
Yes.
And Scott?
Yes. The vote is 7-0 with one absent. And if we could correct earlier, I misspoke. I did forget we had one absent, Chip Haskell from Holden. So those votes should have been 6 with 2 absent at the time. Just make sure the minutes reflect that. I misspoke. Thank you. We'll be back shortly. The time is 6:44. Okay, the time is 7:54. Resume public session. Thank you to those in the audience for your patience. At this point, I would entertain a motion for possible action regarding executive session.
So moved.
Is there an action you'd like to make a motion? Oh, okay. Hearing none, we will move on. Dates of the next meetings, Budget and Finance Committee meeting, I believe is scheduled for tomorrow, March 24th, 2026, 4 p.m. at Holbrook School. I believe there may be an update on that. Would the Finance Chair like to comment?
Yes, there is. We've asked for additional information on the proposed budget that we're working on. We would like to have that information by noon, and if we're not able to get that information, then that meeting will not take place.
So it's postponed or not?
You're waiting till noon tomorrow?
Is it possible to wait till noon tomorrow to make that decision, or do we have to decide tonight?
It has been posted on the website, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so as long as we post there that it's postponed to a further date, then
Okay. Yep.
follow
So
the state statute, I think we'll be fine.
we'll know by noon if the meeting is going to be postponed.
Okay, well, we can certainly reach out to the central office if you have any questions and don't see anything, if you're not on social media, and they can help with an informed decision after that point. Moving on, Policy Committee meeting is scheduled for April 9th, 2026, 4 p.m. at Holbrook. Advisory Committee on Curriculum meeting, April 6th, 2026, 10 a.m., Holbrook Middle School. And potentially, depending on outcome tonight, the final or not meeting of the ACE Committee for April 27th, 5:30 p.m., Eddington Elementary School. And of course, the next board meeting on its regularly scheduled day and time, April 27th at 6:30 at Eddington Elementary School. Budget and Finance is the next item on the agenda. I would ask at this point for an update from the Budget and Finance Committee.
The biggest update that I have is we are continuing to work on the budget. We've had a couple committee meetings. We had a workshop last week or on the 17th. So we're moving along on that. And I guess that's about all I have to give for an update. Is there any additional that you would like to give for an update, Sheila, on any information that you have?
No, I think that's good.
Okay.
Wonderful. I'm sure the towns will communicate with you, but probably just to answer some of their questions they might ask. I'm sure they'll be looking for at least some sort of a draft by next month that they can start to work on. And because we'll have to get that on the referendums. And then obviously we'll have to be taking a vote as a board at the May meeting. And we'll need to get that set up with our normal attorney that does that. I'm hopeful if we reach out to him, he could probably do it again, John Bunker. And make sure that we get all of those motions clearly laid out ahead of time. So but if we could just maybe keep the town offices of all three towns involved in that process and keep them in the loop, that would be awesome. Thank you. Moving on to the ACE Committee. Somebody like to provide an update on the ACE Committee?
We finalized the report and it was approved by the ACE Committee tonight. So there's really not anything left for the ACE Committee to do moving forward unless the school board decides that there's something else that they need.
Thank you, Juliana. The final report was put in your packet in the hopes that it would be accepted to pass along from the ACE Committee. And it was tonight. That vote did pass. So I want to provide the conclusion and primary recommendations that were listed from the ACE Committee. Based on the subcommittee reports, the ACE Committee recommends the following actions to improve efficiencies. First, close one school and consolidate into two schools as is feasible at current enrollment levels. Second, close Eddington Elementary School as it results in greater monetary savings and space flexibility. 3, reconfigure grades with Holden School serving pre-K through grade 2, Holbrook School serving 3 through 8. 4, implement capital improvements when necessary at Holden School, including boiler replacement, roof repairs, and a new septic system. 5, collaborate with the town of Holden to secure adjacent land as a donation for a fenced outdoor area to accommodate pre-K and increase student needs. And next, explore transportation enhancements, including adding one bus for peak ride times, using a van for outlier stops, issuing an RFP to area bus companies, reviewing morning drop-off logistics. Lastly, acknowledging community feedback, emphasizing education programs, cost savings, and school closure impacts. These recommendations are intended to support the informed decision-making by the school board. Those were the key summaries of findings. There's also an updated floor plan based on those recommendations that will be published on our website as part of this process. So I guess the big question for this board at this point, they did decide not to do a second survey last month. Given that they have completed all of the milestones that were developed originally by this board, I guess, is there a need to have them have another meeting later next month? And if there is not, I would certainly entertain a motion to dissolve this committee 1 month ahead of schedule.
I make a motion to dissolve the ACE committee at this time.
I have a motion from Juliana. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Rachel Downs. Is there any discussion?
Can you just, again...
Microphone, please.
Can you just remind all of us again what the makeup was of the ACE committee?
Sure. It was 17 members. So we had one member from each town from the school board, one member from each town that the select boards appointed. So there's 6. We had a teacher from each school, which was 9. We had a pre-K, it was 10. A special ed was 11. We had a PTG member was 12. A rec department was 13. Administrator, we're almost there. It's on the website.
So it was a nice mix. I just want to reiterate that it was a great mix of people, and it wasn't just the school board making these findings.
Correct.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. That vote is unanimous, 7-0. I would like to say, as I said to the members that were present for the ACE committee tonight, that this board, as well as myself, extends a sincere thank you and a debt of gratitude for the time involved for this project. There was a lot of information to dig into and a lot of things to go through. And of course, it was all volunteer time. And so I'm hopeful some good things will come out of it, and it'll make us very informed for the decisions that we have to make moving forward as a community and as a school district. So thank you to all those that were involved, took their time. Superintendent and Administrator's monthly report for February and March. Superintendent Caldwell, is there anything to add to the superintendent's report?
Not at this time.
Okay, thank you. At this time, I would entertain a motion of acceptance of the committee's reports, minutes, administrators, and superintendent's reports.
So moved.
Motion from Rachel Downs. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Juliana. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please raise their hand. That vote is unanimous. Thank you. Old business, PFAS water at Holden. Would you like to give an update on that?
So as of right now, the award letter came from the state drinking water program for $48,000, and we signed a contract with Haley Ward to be the engineer on the project, and they have been on site already, and we have one quote from Nichols Plumbing, and we're setting up the portal with the state to submit reimbursements and things like that, so things are underway and going well.
Thank you for that. New business, 2026-2027 school year calendar. Superintendent Caldwell, would you like to dive into that one?
Sure. So I have the calendar. We worked on that a little bit. Carrie's been very helpful with that. This year, I have some notes that I have about the calendar. The Labor Day and Juneteenth come closer together, so we're trying to get all the days in. We have 174 student days, and we have 8 teacher PD days, and we put in 5 snow days. So everything seems like it fits. I don't know if anybody wants to comment on anything. And then the only question is if we used a 6th snow day, it would push the last day, teacher professional day, past Juneteenth to the 21st.
But we are talking about June of 27, correct?
Yes.
Just to clarify,
Yep.
not this year.
Yeah. So this year, this is the proposal for next year, but pretty much everything's laid out. And then attached to it, also, you might have some dates. We tried to put some dates on of events that we do every year, like concerts and STEM fairs and things like that. Those times are not yet written in stone, but we just tried to map out some, getting those events laid out. So this is ready for approval unless, you have any questions.
At this point, I would open up the board to questions, thoughts, concerns to the open house. Brittany?
This isn't about the open house, but it is about
The open house is on my mind, in case you
Well,
know. This is about the school calendar.
the first day of school is beautifully back in September, and it reminds me of better days. So thank you for that.
I feel like it has a
It's always been in August for so long, and now it's back in September. So
for being in September.
September 1st, back in the day.
It's a hard start though because it's there's 5. It's a long work. It's nice to gradually get into the year, but it's a weird year with this calendar.
And the holidays later.
Other thoughts, comments, questions, concerns? Rachel?
Yes, the open house that is on,
You're going to steal my thunder, aren't you?
yeah, I am.
Yep.
On the 27th, is that the day? Just
Yep.
before school starts. I'm missing what time of day that's going to be. Oh,
That's
from 4 to
usually in
6.
the evening.
Well, Sheila, as your first year, this has been a highly contentious topic
It's
in
actually
years past of the open house.
Oh, you both spoke at once.
Michelle's smiling, she does.
So we decided last year that it was gonna alternate between night and day.
Okay.
Last year it was in the evening, so this year it should be during the day.
Okay.
And in my opinion, it should always be, but that's neither here or there.
Is that what the teachers and administrators remember too? Don't know, don't remember.
We weren't asked, and I don't know.
Can I ask
Could
why
my-
it would be during the day? Because most parents are at work. So how does that work if it's during the day?
That was an argument.
Do you want my opinion?
Sure.
Okay.
Please.
Honestly, my opinion is if it's important enough for you to go, you'll find a way to get there. People who work during the day find times to get a haircut and go to the doctor's office. So if it's important to go to open house, they'll find a way to get there. I don't think it's fair to ask the teachers and administration to stay another night into the week, especially when it's summer vacation. I don't think it's right to ask them to do that. So I know last year we had huge discussion on this and we did decide to alternate it. Last year it was at night, so for the next school year it should be during the day. Or at
What
least
does that
late
look like
or at
time-wise
least
for a
late
day?
afternoon.
4, I think we said 2 to 4 was the alternative.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's not like it's going to be at, breakfast or whatever, but
Does that? I know in the teacher's contract it says something was negotiated for this round, which I wasn't part of, but it was like to go to 10 hours, up to 10 hours extra. Could it count towards that?
We talked about that too.
Do you know what I mean?
So,
Oh, we have teachers.
we should circle back to that. If we can always make a minor change to a school calendar
Yeah.
if we needed to.
Brenda?
I think Brenda's correct. She shook her head no. I don't believe that it is. Is that what you're going to say? Would you like to quickly comment?
The 10 hours does not include the
Open house.
Open house.
Right.
Oh.
It does not.
I,
The language is in there, you can read it and you'll see it.
Okay.
It's covered other places. in the
Sure.
contract.
2 to 4 sounds great.
I think she's right. Let's look into it.
With the teachers in here, what you think about daytime versus nighttime for open house?
Let's just straw poll the whole audience. How many really favor the 2 to 4 open house over the night one? Okay, a few. Most of the teachers, the administrators, kind of maybe. And how many people favor the nighttime? I think it was, what was it, 6 to 8?
4 to 6.
4 to 6. Notice I raised my hand for both just to show you.
Just
So you can.
just to point out too, we did get some
So I think-
emails about like the Christmas concert. I know it's at night and, I mean during the day at the school, the little elementary schools and stuff. And there was people who emailed and said they couldn't make it and stuff like that, like they work, so.
I don't see that on here though. That'll
No,
be
no, I
figured
was
out.
just saying
Yeah,
a
okay.
reference to night.
So for me, two things. One question and one comment. I'm assuming that this adheres to all of the requirements in both the admin and the teachers' collective bargaining's
Yes.
contracts, correct?
Yeah, the only,
Okay.
can I make one point? The, with 5 snow days, it puts us close to Juneteenth, and I did have, that professional day would be their 8th day, and if it did go to the 21st, I wondered if the board would consider letting January 15th and January 11th, we have afternoon PD day. Could those two halves count as one whole in place of that 8th day?
Do what? January 11th. January 11th.
So the reason I ask is because if you go past that holiday, you've got to pay a lot of people for the time and a half.
We don't have a half on January. We have nothing.
So make.
On January 15th, we have a half a day of students, and on March 11th, we have a half a day of students, and the teachers have PD
I
time.
believe you are saying January 18th. There's no mark for half day on the 11th.
I'm sorry, January 15th.
So she meant, okay,
January
January 15th and March
15th
11th.
and March 11th, right. There's half teacher PD day, and I'm wondering if we could consider if we took 6 snow days and we had to move the June PD day to the 21st, could we count those 2 half days in place of it?
My recommendation to the board would be to cross that bridge when you get there. If you're not using the snow days, then it's a moot point.
Yeah.
So that would be my recommendation. My other comment, now that we've answered the question I had, was I'm just happy to see open house prior to the first day of school. That was a big complaint a few years back. So any other comments? Okay.
Brittany.
So are we going to approve this budget? Did we have a motion? It's been so long.
It's a calendar, not a
It's a
budget.
calendar.
I would entertain a motion to adopt the school calendar for the 26-27 year.
Are
Now what we're doing, right?
With
Okay.
the addendum of the changing the time for 2 to 4.
Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah. That's a
Right.
small change.
I'm still waiting on a motion.
I make a motion that we accept the school
Sorry.
calendar with the adjustment of making the open house from 2 to 4 instead of 4 to 6.
You heard the motion, what she said. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion from Rachel, second from Amy. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? That's unanimous, thank you. Holden boiler system.
So,
Would you like to, I don't see anything in my packet for that.
no, well, the boiler system is on the agenda because it was brought up from the ACE packets. Do you want to speak a little bit about the?
So in in the workshop for the budget and finance, we were talking about the need for boilers at both elementary schools, and starting with just doing one, which Holden is the cheapest. So we were talking about replacing the boiler in Holden because there's many reasons, but A, it needs to be done sooner than later. If we continue to just Band-Aid it, then parts may not be warrantied, parts may not fit together. We just spent, or the state did $50,000 for PFAS, which ties into it. If we don't do the system the way it needs to be, then it could interfere with the PFAS system and void that out or cause issues with that.
So you'd like to get the ball rolling?
So yes,
You'd like to get
so we
approval
would
for
like
that
to
item?
get the board to approve moving forward to put a Holden boiler in the budget.
Out of the budget, out of the reserves for building maintenance out of
Yes.
where?
Out of the, facilities.
Facilities reserve account.
Yeah.
And how much is in that account?
591,000.
591,000. Okay. I believe the quote was around 4,
Yeah,
but I also believe it did not include engineering.
right.
So
It,
should we entertain a motion for an RFP that includes engineering for a boiler replacement where it's over $10,000 and we're legally required to?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, let's clarify that motion just real quickly. It's an important one. So we are making a motion to solicit a request for proposals for a boiler system replacement, including engineering for Holden Elementary School. When do we want this to be due? I know I'm asking some good questions,
You want
but
it
it's
done-
important.
You want it to completed during the
Yeah,
summer in July.
I would say
Okay,
end of May.
so we want to get this out immediately.
Yeah.
We should allow at least 30
Sooner the
days
better, yeah.
for it to be out there, right? Then we're going to have to review those and vote on them.
Yes.
So you want to vote on it at the end of May?
Yes. So
At the May board
I
meeting?
would say
Okay.
try to have it back by the end of April. What's today? So if we can get it back by the April board meeting. Is
So
that-
we would want the request to come in, the proposal to be come in, why don't we say 1 week prior to that?
Okay,
That sound good?
sounds good.
Okay.
1 week prior to.
30 days, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
How about we get them to come in at the end, in the April, by the May board meeting? So that gives us.
Okay.
If we have them to vote on
The minimum required statute as allowable by law so that we can quickly review them. Okay? Is that the motion that you would like to make?
Yes.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Good motion, second.
Second.
I have a second from Jamie. Is there further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, raise your hand. That is unanimous. Thank you. Policies for the board's first reading. EEA student transportation. Revisions were made to ensure alignment with the MSMA draft policy. I would call for a motion to accept policy EEA student transportation as amended. We can table these too if you like.
The one that's in, did you say policy EEA?
Yes.
That's what's on my agenda.
Policy EEA as it's in our binder is not as it was discussed in our meeting.
Great. I'd entertain a motion to table that. Send it back to the policy committee.
Yep,
Is that a so moved?
so moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Rachel and second by Amy. Send back to the policy committee. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Thank you. Moving on. Policy EEA, school vehicle driver qualifications. This procedural information should be in a handbook, not in a policy, recommending rescinding policy. I would entertain a motion to rescind policy EEA.
So moved.
Motion from Juliana. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Rachel. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is a vote and unanimous. Number 3, EEAAA. School vehicle operating procedures, RSU 63 only. The MSMA equivalent is EEAEA. This procedural information shall be in a handbook, not in a policy, similar to the previous one. Policy committee is recommending rescinding the policy, and I would entertain a motion to rescind EEAAA.
So moved.
Motion by Rachel. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Juliana. Any discussion? Rachel.
Just quickly, I would like to say, and I believe you said this, but when we went through these in policy, the ones that we were rescinding, we felt that they were more procedural things and not policy things. So that's why we have asked to rescind them.
And our job as a school board is to make policy. I like it. Okay. Or rescind it for that matter. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. Next up, EAA, required drug and alcohol testing of school drivers and covered employees. Revisions made to ensure alignment with the MSMA draft policy. I would entertain a motion to accept policy EAA, drug and alcohol testing of school drivers and covered employees. Motion from Amy. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, Whitney jumped in. That's a second from Whitney. Welcome to the show. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? That is unanimous. Thank you. We are halfway there, folks. Thanks for hanging in there. Next, we have EAA-R. And this is the drug and alcohol testing of school drivers and covered employees administrative procedures. Revisions made to, again, align with the MSMA draft policy. Whitney, would you like to make this motion this time?
So moved.
So moved by Whitney. Do we have a second? Second by Brittany. She's finally alive down there. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? And that is a vote and unanimous. Thank you. Number 6, EEA-EC, student and rider conduct and school vehicles, RSU 63 only. This procedural information should again be in handbook on the policy. Recommend rescinding the policy. Entertain a motion to rescind policy EEA-EC.
So moved.
Motion from Rachel.
Second.
Second from Amy. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Unanimous. Thank you. Number 7, EEA-EE. Same letters over and over again. School vehicle evacuation procedures, RSU 63 only. Same sort of deal. Should be in a handbook, not a policy. Recommend rescinding. Call for a motion to rescind policy EEA-EE.
So moved.
Motion from Juliana. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Rachel. Is there discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Once again, unanimous. Thank you. Number 8. Oh, I lied. We were not halfway through. I'm sorry. EEA, accident and vehicle failure procedures. Same sort of thing. Should be in a handbook, not a policy. Entertain a motion to rescind it.
So moved.
Second.
Rachel's motion. Amy's the second. Is there discussion on this one? All in favor, please raise your hand. Unanimous. Next up, EEAF, use of school buses for RSU 63 at non-RSU 63 functions outside of regular transport of students to and from school. Same sort of thing, should be in a handbook, not a policy. Entertain a motion to rescind policy.
So moved.
Motion from Whitney, is there a second?
Second.
I think Amy beat Brittany on that one, so we'll go with Amy. All those in favor, please raise your hand. And that is a vote. That is unanimous. MSMA, EEA-EF, video cameras on transportation vehicles. Call for a motion to adopt policy EEA-EF.
So moved.
Motion from Juliana. Is there a second?
Second.
A second from Amy. Is there discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand. That vote is also unanimous. MSMA, oh no, we just did that. MSMA, EEBA, use of multifunction school activity buses. MSMA only, bring to the board for determination on policy necessity. Call for a motion to adopt policy EEBA.
So moved.
Thank you. I have a motion from Juliana. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Brittany. Is there discussion?
Yes, actually, Scott, these last two, 11 and 12, the EEBA and EEBB, those were ones that I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Amy, when we were in our meeting, we actually didn't really discuss those further, and we were going to just table those to discuss at our next policy meeting.
Great, so let's vote this down and then make a motion to table those two. So any other discussion? All those in favor? In favor or not in favor? Okay, all those in favor, raise your hand. All those opposed, please raise your hand. All right,
And I make a motion
that motion fails 7-0.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd like to make a motion that we table those two or send them back to the.
Please be specific for the minutes.
I make a motion that we send EEBA and EEBB to the policy committee to further discuss and further review those.
Thank you. Motion has been made by Rachel to table the last two policies. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Whitney. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Thank you.
That was pretty good.
Okay.
The state comes up with those letterings, not us.
All right, moving on to personnel actions. We have resignations, retirements. First up, we have a retirement for Donna Brickford, school nurse, effective at the end of 25-26 school year, and we'd like to wish Donna all the best in her retirement and thank her for her service at RSU 63.
I think it's Bickford. Am I wrong?
Bickford?
It is
Bickford.
It is Bickford.
It does have an R in here, just for the record. Donna Bickford, and I am really sorry for the mispronunciations. We do wish Miss Bickford the best in retirement and wish her well. Wonderful.
At this time, I would like to make a motion that we firmly decline the resignation of all teachers and staff who have recently submitted letters of resignation.
Second.
Heard that from Rachel first. We have a motion on the table to firmly decline the resignation of all teachers and staff who have recently submitted letters of resignation. Is there discussion? Brittany.
The board would like to invite all 4 staff members to reconsider their resignations at this time.
Wonderful. Anyone else? I'm going to hold a roll call and I'll do it on this one. Jamie.
Yes.
Whitney.
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes.
Amy.
Yes.
I'm a yes. Juliana.
Yes.
Brittany.
Yes.
Wonderful. That is unanimous. 8-0. 7-0. It's twice I've done that tonight. 7-0 is for the record. And we certainly hope those teachers do reconsider their recent resignations to RSU 63. Next up, we have elections.
Scott, I would like to make a motion to table all elections for administration to April's regular board meeting.
I have a motion to table all elections of administration to the April board meeting. Do I have a second? A second from Brittany. Is there discussion? Hearing none, I'll do another roll call vote. I'll start at the other end. Brittany.
Yes.
She was a yes, in case you can't hear it. Juliana.
Yes.
I'm a yes. Amy.
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes.
Whitney.
Yes.
Jamie.
Yes.
7-0 unanimous. Thank you. Moving on to appointments. We have Stephanie Susi, Ed Tech 1, Pre-K in Holden, and Cameron Barker, Night Custodian in Holden. I'd like to welcome both of them to the RSU 63 district. I have no reassignments listed, and as far as searches go, we still have a list. Business manager, track coach, assistant track coach, Ed Tech 3 librarian aide, Holbrook, Ed Tech 3 special ed resource room, Holbrook, Ed Tech 2 and 3 special ed life skills, Holden, special language pathologist for the district.
Speech language.
Excuse me, speech, it does actually say speech. Speech language pathologist for the district. Thank you for that, Sheila. Bus driver, spare van driver, spare bus driver.
And we did hire a bus driver. Her name's not here yet, but we're excited about that. We still need one more, but
Fantastic. All right, I think we've made it to the end of the agenda.
Hope so, because it's 8:30.
Would this board entertain an extra 2 minutes of your time and make a motion to do so?
I make a motion that we extend the meeting past 8:30.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Juliana? All in favor? All right. For those of you that don't know, I'm moving to Florida next month. It was kind of quick, and we're doing what's best for my wife, my kids, and I. It was a tough decision. I really love this district. I love the people in it. I've enjoyed serving all of you. It's been tough at times, but we have some really great people in this district. Really great people. And I hope you guys can keep up the good work. You've got a great board here that wants to support all staff and all administration and really make it about the kiddos. And that's what it should always be about. So I told Juliana the other day, I might say Juliana who if she calls me after I move, but I have no doubt you guys will do good and do great things in this district and navigate a lot of these tough challenges that you have ahead of you. They're always going to be hard. You're never going to please everybody. Ask anyone in political life, especially the ones that get paid to do it. Right, Sheila? Right, Ben? It's a tough job. And then we have our teachers who, without them, our kids would not be who they are. So thank you. Thank you to everybody. I'm going to forget people in this district, but everybody. It's been a real pleasure working with all of you, and I wish you nothing but the best. I plan to, remain somewhat of a board member until the day I move in case there's any business that's needed to be attending to, and then I look forward to the Holden Select Board at their April meeting appointing a replacement for me until such time that one can be duly elected. So just want to spend a few minutes and thank you all for the incredible time that's been. Been a resident of Holden since 2008, and I moved here because of the school system. So proud to be a part of it. So thank you, everybody, and I'm going to miss you.
And I wasn't sure if Scott was going to announce that tonight or not, but I know that all members of the board are grateful for the time that Scott has given to this community. When I first saw him at the town meeting and Ben Bredmore was like, this is the guy, and he was wearing a tuxedo and like the shiniest shoes I've ever seen, I thought, no, but I was wrong. You can't, that was a strange first impression. He had his reasons for the suit. But he has given immeasurable hours. This has been an unpaid second job for him. He probably some weeks spent more time on school board than on his regular job. He never complained or asked for any accolades. I really have learned a lot from Scott about how to run a school board properly, about how meetings should go, about how to keep your cool even when you're irritated. He's really turned things around. I think we can see just from how this board looks today how much of a difference has been made. So thank you, Scott.
Ditto.
From all of us.
I'm sorry we scared you so badly that you had to move.
Yeah. We've been looking at Punta Gorda for a number of years, and the right opportunity came knocking, and we don't want to do it when the kids are teenagers. So we can always come home. if we hate it, I'm not going to miss the snow. But thank you for the kind words. It's been a pleasure. And she's right. The first time she ever met me, I was wearing a tuxedo. I had a banquet that night, and I had warned the town manager that if I was going to come to this meeting, I would likely be wearing a tuxedo.
Which of course we all thought you were wearing the tuxedo for us.
And I might have played into that night, because I think I was saying dress for the role that you want, not the one that you have, or the job that you want, not the one that you have. So, I guess, my best advice to all of you: have fun with this. Right? This shouldn't be that hard. And if we're all keeping the same things in mind and the same goals and trying to do what's best for our kids, there's some hard decisions, but you should be able to have some fun doing it. And I know you can. So I look forward to seeing what great things you can. And, maybe someday we'll throw George a bunch of money so we can go on YouTube and I can watch it from Florida. Well, thank you all. At this point, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion from Juliana. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Jamie. All those in favor? That is unanimous. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much.